Davy Callender. Davy Callender was badly wounded during the failed Blackwater Ferry robbery that forced the Van der Linde gang to flee. As the gang escapes into the snowy mountains, Davy slowly dies from his injuries. He passes away shortly after the gang reaches Coulter, becoming the first major loss during the gang's downfall.
Davy's dead.
There was nothing more you could have done.
Sean Maguire. Sean Maguire is suddenly killed during a mission in the town of Rhodes. While Arthur and others are walking through the street, the gang is ambushed by the Braithwaite family. Sean is instantly shot in the head by a hidden sniper, shocking the gang and showing how dangerous their situation has become.
Hey, hold up. This don't feel right.
Now it don't feel right. I could have told you.
Kieran Duffy. Kieran Duffy is captured by the rival O'Driscoll gang after leaving camp. The O'Driscolls torture and kill him off-screen. Later, his decapitated body is sent back to the Van der Linde gang's camp on horseback, terrifying the group and triggering a violent shootout.
What the hell have they done to me? Look, there in the tree line. Everybody take cover! O'Driscoll boys are coming!
Hosea Matthews. Hosea Matthews is captured during the St. Denis Bank robbery when Pinkerton agents surround the gang. Agent Milton publicly executes Hosea in the street while the gang watches helplessly. His death marks the moment when the Van der Linde gang truly begins to collapse.
You can always cut a deal!
I've given you enough chances.
Come on! No! God damn it!
There's your deal, Dutch.
Lenny Summers. Lenny Summers is killed during the same St. Denis Bank robbery escape. While Arthur and Lenny run across rooftops trying to escape the Pinkertons, Lenny is shot by agents during the chase. His sudden death deeply affects Arthur and shows how quickly the gang is falling apart.
Trying to find a way across the roof, so if you'll come with us. Sure, go on! We can get across here! No! Josh, you got Lenny. Oh, God damn them! We can't stop now, Arthur, or we're all dead!
Molly O'Shea. Molly O'Shea returns to camp drunk after the St. Denis disaster and claims that she betrayed the gang to the Pinkertons. Believing the confession, Susan Grimshaw immediately shoots Molly in the chest. Later, it is revealed that Molly never actually betrayed the gang.
I did! I told them!
I'm sorry?
Yeah, I told them and I tell them again. Now I've got God's ear.
You told who what?
Mr. Milton and Mr. Ross about the bank robbery, and I wanted them to kill you.
You did what?
I loved you, you goddamn bastard! Go on,
She's
shoot
crazy.
me!
She ain't worth it. You told on me.
Oh, you're
You
not so
betrayed
big now,
me.
are you?
All right. Just calm down. Arthur, she's a fool. Get her out of here. You know the rules.
You're not so big now. Are we, Your Majesty?
You. Damn.
Susan Grimshaw. Susan Grimshaw is killed during the gang's final internal conflict. When she accuses Micah Bell of betraying the gang and threatens him with a shotgun, Micah quickly pulls his revolver and shoots her. She dies instantly in front of the remaining gang members.
No, you be quiet, Mr. Bell, and put down your gun.
There's Pinkertons coming, fast!
Now! Who amongst you is with me?
Arthur Morgan. Arthur Morgan becomes seriously ill after a confrontation with a debtor earlier in the story, where he is infected with tuberculosis. At the end of the game, his fate depends on the player's choices. In one ending, Arthur helps John Marston escape and stays behind on a mountain. Because of his illness, he is too weak to continue and eventually dies peacefully while watching the sunrise. In another ending, Arthur is confronted by Micah Bell, who shoots him after a final fight.
You're not better than me, Morgan. Whatever you say, you fool. Damn you. Damn us both!
Micah Bell. Micah Bell survives the gang's collapse and continues living as an outlaw for years. Eventually, John Marston tracks him to a snowy mountain hideout. After a tense standoff involving Dutch von der Linde, John shoots Micah, finally ending the betrayal that destroyed the gang.
You shot me pretty good.
Javier Escuela. Javier Escuela survives the events of Red Dead Redemption 2, but becomes a wanted outlaw in Mexico. In Red Dead Redemption, John Marston is forced by the government to hunt him down. Depending on the player's actions, Javier can either be captured
I hope you and your wife and children rot in hell.
or killed during their confrontation.
Did you think I was gonna let you live after what you did?
Bill Williamson. Bill Williamson becomes the leader of his own outlaw gang after the von der Linde gang collapses. In Red Dead Redemption, John Marston hunts him down in Mexico. Bill Williamson takes refuge in the fortress of El Presidio, and while the Mexican army and the rebels attack the fortress. During the final confrontation, Bill is captured and forced to the ground. He is then shot and killed.
Don't shoot! Here, Williamson, just let me live. I will leave the country, I promise.
Dutch von der Linde. Dutch von der Linde continues living as an outlaw leader after the gang's collapse. In Red Dead Redemption, John Marston tracks him to a mountain hideout. When John finally corners him on a cliff, Dutch gives a final speech about the changing world before stepping backward off the cliff to his death.
Hello again, John.
Hello, Dutch.
We gotta stop meeting like this.
Sure,
I got a plan, John.
you always got a plan, Dutch.
This is a good one. Can't always fight nature, John. We can't fight change. Can't fight gravity. We can't fight nothing. My whole life, all I ever did was fight.
Then give up, Dutch.
Our time has passed, John.
Uncle. Uncle lives with John Marston and his family on their ranch after the gang disbands. When government agents later attack the ranch to capture John, Uncle helps defend the property. He is shot during the attack and dies while trying to protect the ranch.
Uncle, you all right?
You take Jack and Abbott. Take them and don't worry about me. Just get him out of here.
No! Uncle, please!
John Marston. John Marston is forced by the government to hunt down his former gang members in exchange for his family's freedom. After completing their demands, he returns home, believing he is finally safe. Soon after, soldiers surround his ranch, and John sacrifices himself by stepping outside alone to face them so his family can escape. Abigail Marston. Abigail Marston survives the events of Red Dead Redemption and later lives with her son Jack on the ranch. Several years after John's death, Abigail eventually dies from illness. Her grave is later seen beside John and Uncle at the family ranch.
And with that, the last member of the Van der Linde gang is gone. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.